Welcome to the Securing Cloud Communication module. In this module, you will learn how to ensure security during cloud communication. After going through the module, you will be able to using cloud computing, cloud computing architecture, cloud computing services, advantages of cloud computing, threats to cloud computing, issues related to cloud privacy, selecting a cloud service provider. Cloud computing is a relatively new innovation in the field of computer science. This is one of the fields that has generated a lot of excitement both amongst users and organizations working in this field. Cloud architecture enables customers to store their data on a central server and access it simultaneously from linked devices. The content is accessed from the central server, therefore, if any changes are made to the stored information, it gets replicated on all devices that are linked to the cloud. Cloud allows users to store huge volumes of data centrally and access it using handheld devices such as smartphones and tablets. Users do not need to worry about carrying the data with them, and it provides flexibility and portability. These benefits have attracted a lot of users and organizations to opt for cloud-based services. For example, by using Office Online, it is now possible to access your data anytime, anywhere, using a smartphone, tablet, laptop or desktop computer. To do this, all that you need is an internet connection. This has been made possible due to advancements in the field of cloud computing. It is now possible to access your data anytime, anywhere, using a smartphone, tablet, laptop or desktop computer. To do this, all that you need is an internet connection. This has been made possible due to advancements in the field of cloud computing. Nowadays, cloud is a part of almost everything on your computer. It is integrated to your operating system, applications and other services. For example, you may have used Microsoft Office 365 or Office Online web-based. These are examples of cloud computing that utilize an instance of cloud, i.e., storage OneDrive. You can save your files online using cloud applications and later on share them with other users or choose to work together simultaneously using one of the integrated cloud services. When you use a cloud service, your data is stored remotely on a server that is managed by the company whose cloud service you are using. Therefore, in case of Google Cloud, your data is stored on a Google server and not on your local hard drive. Some of the leading companies providing cloud services are Microsoft, Google, Apple, Dropbox, and so on. A number of components and subcomponents are needed to implement cloud computing. When these components work in sync, users are able to benefit from a multitude of services provided by cloud companies. Together, these components make up the cloud architecture. The front-end platform typically consists of desktop and web-based applications. This is the client part, and it includes the interfaces and applications that are used to access cloud computing. The back-end platform refers to the actual cloud. It consists of servers for storing large volumes of data and all other resources that are used to provide cloud computing services. It includes virtual machines, security mechanism, deployment model and other resources. Lastly, a cloud-based delivery is accomplished using a transmission channel, such as internet, intranet or intercloud. There are 4 types of cloud architecture. Private cloud. This type of cloud supports private storage, hosting or computer space which can be both remote and local depending upon the database storage of the company. Companies that have sensitive or fragile data opt for this service. To provide extra security features to this storage, it is either managed internally by the company or is outsourced to a trustworthy vendor. Public cloud. A public cloud is the most common type of storage that is used. Most of us as individual customers have used this type of cloud service. It is operated remotely, owned by a cloud service provider and shared by multiple resource tenants. It is a remote storage service. Community cloud. A community cloud is a collaborative effort in which storage is shared between several companies having common concerns, such as security, compliance and jurisdiction. This cloud is also known as a semi-public or semi-private cloud. It can have either local or remote storage depending on the agreement between the companies sharing them. Hybrid class cloud. A hybrid cloud is a combination of two or more different types of cloud architectures, which retain their originality but are linked through a shared standard or technology. This enables flow of data between different cloud structures depending on the computing needs and cost while keeping their original benefits intact. Businesses derive greater flexibility and enhanced data deployment options by using hybrid cloud. Some of the commonly used cloud services are Infrastructure as a service. This is the most commonly used cloud service. It includes virtual servers, storage disks and networks and provides a basic structure to an organization which is manageable and flexible. Customers can access and use the storage space that is provided using their handheld devices, such as smartphones, to store data, including pictures, videos and music on the cloud. Some of the companies that offer infrastructure as a service include Amazon, FlexiScale, and Rackspace. Platform as a service. This is a cloud-based development platform designed for developers to build, run and manage applications over the internet. Because infrastructure is built and managed by the cloud service provider who provides the software and hardware tools required for application development as a service. Some of the popular PaaS service providers are IBM Bluemix, Microsoft Azure, and cloud-based software as a service. This means that the users can access different software present on cloud on a pay-per-use basis. This is a very useful service as software licenses are prohibitively expensive and it is not possible to buy all such software. This is where SaaS comes in. It provides access to many software, which provide more or less the same functionality similar to their licensed counterparts. For example, Google Docs provides almost the same functionality compared to Microsoft Word, which is expensive to license. Cloud computing supports mobility, therefore, files can be accessed from anywhere. For employees, this facilitates work from home and business trips without having to carry the files with them all the time. Can collaborate and work on the same document simultaneously without being in the same place. This increases productivity and the speed at which information is exchanged. Cloud computing has increased the storage capacity by leaps and bounds, so you do not have to worry about limited hard drive space of your computer. Setting up a cloud service is a matter of minutes. Customizing settings options, such as password creation and selecting the devices you want to be connected to, is equally easy. With the advent of cloud services, there is no risk of losing data and the cost is negligible. Cloud offers scalability in terms of storage size that allows you to change the storage size depending on the requirement in a short span of time. A cloud network is accessible to users and multiple other networks. This makes it vulnerable to threats originating from computers following the same or different architecture. Therefore, it is important to be aware of the kinds of threats that are posed and take necessary precautions so that we are ready to face these threats. In this regard, it is all the more important to choose the right kind of cloud service provider. The types of threats associated with cloud computing are data breach, data ownership and control, data loss, malicious attacks, insider threat, loopholes in technology. Data servers of the cloud providers are scattered all over the world and are governed by different privacy and cyber laws in different countries. There is not a single law that governs these data centers, therefore, in the event of data loss, it will be impossible to decide which country's laws are applicable for prosecution, as your data could have been stored across multiple locations. So, we are left with the basic ways of prevention and precaution for safeguarding the information shared on cloud. Some of the precautionary measures to protect cloud data are: backing up data, understanding the cloud provider's user agreement, updating the backups created, password protection, two-step authentication, encryption and decryption, disciplined online behavior. Avoid cloud networks for storing sensitive information. With the advent of cloud technology and its many benefits, a lot of users are opting to share, promote, store and manage their data online, without fully understanding its implications. If a user wants to store personal data on cloud, then lack of due diligence before this migration can lead to data loss. A common misconception about cloud is that it is completely private and free from attackers. This is because users feel that they have complete control of the data that they store on cloud, whereas the cloud itself is out of their reach. Cloud servers are the properties of service providers, and they can access the data stored on it anytime they want. These servers are spread across the globe, and user data is not stored on a single server. Many factors are responsible for ensuring cloud privacy. Data ownership issues, location of the data, data migration, permanency of data. Selecting the right service provider is very important. This is because data security and data privacy are of primary importance to a user. It is always safer to choose a cloud provider that encrypts the data that you store on cloud. Before signing up for a cloud account, you must carefully review all the terms and conditions to understand your rights. In some cases, there are specific clauses that talk about rights to access the data that is stored on cloud. Every cloud service is created to cater to different needs of the users. Some users use cloud to store music, pictures and videos, while others use it for hosting blogs. Enterprises often use cloud to satisfy multiple commercial requirements. Before selecting a cloud service, the user must examine and analyze the following issues: space, finances, access to the cloud's customer service, review of previous and existing users' security features, data loss management, location of the data center, number of failures in the past. The summary of the module on securing cloud communication is available on the screen. I will pause for a few seconds to allow you to read it. Internalize this information and apply it to gain mastery over prevention of cyber attacks while using clouds. In the next module, we will learn about securing your network.